find something, then we're bound to these reservations that we've already done, but is there a way that we can just open up a few weeks at a time for people to reserve? I don't know if that's,
Yeah, my only concern would be the use of the equipment.
well, I wouldn't say equipment, I would just say the upstairs,
Well,
use
yeah,
of the meeting space.
that's my only concern, is that, you know, we block off the kitchen area, that they can't use the equipment. First of all, you really know what, you have to know what you're doing with that stuff. I mean, I would just hate for some, you know, I just picture kids in a kitchen area that, with all kinds of dangerous stuff in there that, you know, families, if they gather upstairs, kids start running loose and, you know, it's just what they do. What do kids do? They
To your point, Jackie, it's interesting you mentioned that because one of the firms that showed up last Wednesday, they said, well, this is pretty broad, and what is your vision for that? And I'm like, well, it was an RFQ as opposed to starting with an RFP and immediately going to contract negotiations is broad enough to give us some options. So that's the hope. They submit on May 3rd, whoever they might be, and give us a variety of different options, price points, menu items, and that's why I structured it for both catering or perhaps food service operations. One of the firms asked, do you want breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I said, well, that's up to you. You know, give us your qualifications, give us your concepts. A big part of this is negotiations, and then we'll come back to you. But I would appreciate being able to go 30 days at a time and entertain those that are asking about using the facility. So the question I think remains is what will we charge for that in the interim? So some of the inquiries have come from United Way, Foundation for Geauga Parks. I think there've been a couple of them.
Could you do something in the interim where it was like an hourly, like $50 an hour for the room until, I mean, just for, I don't know what that looks like or what you need from us or what options you guys even think, but, you know, we're only talking about 30 days. Like if there's something that we could, you know, come up with where it's just, or a $100 room fee just for the next 30 days or whatever, I don't know. So that you're getting at least the money to have to clean up and to pay for after the meetings, but I just hate for this to sit, you know, but I also don't want to rush just because I want to get.
Well, it's usable, and that's the thing. You know, we've turned down a couple and they've gone elsewhere, and I just assume not to do that for the next, as you mentioned, 30, 60, 90 days. So, $50 an hour with perhaps a cap. You know, we could revisit the proposal from last month was $150 for in-county residents. So
If we were talking long-term, I would definitely suggest different prices, but just to get this open for the time being, I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there, so.
I agree that we should at least, look, if a group wants to come in and have a meeting there, and they bring in their coffee and donuts, and you know, they bring their own stuff, just, I don't see a problem with that, just to give them access. You want to keep it open. You also have people around there, so. And go back to, you know, for 30 days, we accept the fees as we've outlined, with limited use.
Any other discussion? We got like 50 an hour, not to exceed 150 for the day.
You make the suggestion, I was just throwing out ideas, you know, but
Well, I think
if this is just a 30-day or, you know, through the month of May or whatever it is, then, I mean, you make.
Okay.
Generally, just an FYI, generally when people call in to reserve any of these, they want to get in as early as possible to set up. So if we charge hourly, my concern is how do we make sure that we're keeping them on schedule with an actual hour as opposed to.
You can't rent a facility like that for $150. You just can't. And so, I mean, you know, somebody comes in for an afternoon function. There was some type of shower the other day at, we were walking, came in off of the Atfelder side. And what do we charge for that? We charge for, you know, somebody having, I mean, they brought all their own stuff, they decorated everything.
In the Alfelder house?
Yeah.
It's $20 for residents for each time.
So it's like everywhere else? Okay.
Yeah.
And they usually rent for 4 hours?
Yeah, why don't we just do that? Why don't we stick with, so remind me, Cleveland is 35 a half, 70 a day?
Yeah, 35 with the $20 mandatory utility cost, so it's 55.
$55.
For a resident per time slot, so 110 for a full day.
Why don't we,
It's
why don't we
$50
go, why
for
don't we go
half.
70 a half, 150 a day?
Yeah, you guys.
The only thing, one of the things, operations that kind of suggested was for Wicked Woods, maybe just doing one slot a day instead of doing the double, just because of coming through and clean up. So, I mean, if we're just talking about kind of for the next 3 days, just keep it simple, like one reservation a day.
What was your proposal last month? It was 150 for
150, yeah.
For-
And
300
that's reasonable.
And the out of county was how much?
Yeah, 300, yeah.
I think you're better off just to do that than rather this, because I can see somebody stays 5 minutes longer than, say, 3 hours, and you're charging $50, and,
Yeah.
I just think you're.
All right,
One function, just leave it to one slot.
take care of it. All right.
What is the cutoff date for this, so that my front desk staff can make
So I'm
sure?
asking you, if you have these coming in, deadline of May 3rd, nothing would really most likely happen for a few weeks, so what if we propose through the end of May?
Yeah, that would be my suggestion. We run 30 days at a time, May 1st to the end of
Right.
May.
And then next month, we can discuss what came out of May 3rd, and if it did, we can decide to open up if we need to, if we're not there yet.
May 31st is a Friday. You want to leave it through June 2nd, so that if somebody wants to rent it out for that weekend?
June 30th or something, because you're not gonna, if you agree to something in May, you're not gonna sign anything, you're still gonna be doing this thing next month again.
Well, that's what we're waiting for next month here, because all of his things are
Yeah.
due May 3rd. If we get something great with, do you think that it would be something that would start June 1st, or do you think it would be even later? If it's something later, then let's open 6 weeks, or let's open 8, I don't know.
Yeah, we could do 8 weeks. We could do it through the end of June.
Are you guys, you're good with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
And I gotta believe that,
Yeah, June
anyone
30th
we
is
can
a Sunday.
good.
yeah, we do our due diligence, which we have in the past on RFQs and RFPs. It'll all be part of contract negotiations.
Good.
Find the right fit. Okay, thank
Just
you.
FYI, John,
Yeah.
I was one of the ones that wanted to rent that place. We ended up going to Huntsburg Town Hall. It was $100 for the day at Huntsburg for the top and the bottom of the town hall. If you just want half, it's $50. So I don't think we're really that far out of
We're
the
not. That's good to know.
realm.
Do we,
Because
do you
I'm
need a
familiar with
vote
that
for us to
facility.
direct you to do that, or no?
No.
No?
Okay, thank you. Good discussion. Appreciate that. Scroll down, moving on to the next item. A proposed name for Wicked Woods, the former Wicked Woods. 3 naming recommendations for the former Wicked Woods were advertised for a 1-month period through a press release on our website and social media posts. According to 325 unique votes cast between February 25th and March 25th, the 3 choices show the following results of the 3 options that we formally discussed. They were Veterans Memorial Woods, 112 people voted for that. Veterans Legacy Woods, 161 people voted for that. And Veterans Tribute Woods, 52 people voted for that. So 49.5% of the vote was cast for the front-runner, Veterans Legacy Woods. So this memorandum serves as a request for a motion to name the former Wicked Woods property, Veterans Legacy Woods, as Geauga Park District's first place as a place of honor, tribute, and memory to our armed forces veterans.
So moved.
Any questions, any discussion, any thoughts?
Second.
We put it out there. People spoke.
Yeah. And that can dovetail nicely into our planning process and give us some really creative ideas for our first Veterans Memorial Park named Veterans Legacy Woods. Any questions, thoughts? Not, we'll call a vote. Mr. Wall?
Yes.
Mrs. DeVore?
Yes.
And Mr. Bates? Thank you. Next item on the agenda is revisiting the topic of five-person board. The March 19th, 2019 board meeting, Commissioner Howard Bates made a motion requesting a five-person board of park commissioners. Mr. Bates withdrew his motion with a condition to table the item for discussion at the upcoming April 16th meeting. Item is listed on the agenda under old business, and I did provide some reference materials that I mentioned at the March meeting, a copy of ORC 1545. That is the statute that speaks to the formulation of park commissioners and park boards, and a